I am genuinely so fucking pissed. For it's the end of the world. It's the end of the fucking world, basically, because this is utter fucking bullshit. My worst fears have been confirmed. The terrifying intuition that I had was proven correct. It was proven absolutely correct, irrevocably correct. We are so fucked. Society has basically completely fucking collapsed, and the Earth is doomed. The Earth is completely fucked. There's no unfixing it, because you know Cayley trees, right? You know Cayley trees. The nodes don't actually matter, so maybe that's not the best metaphor, but just bear with me here for a second, okay? You never go up the tree, right? You have battles. You have battles on the tree, on the branches, but you never go back up. Future battles are fought on future derivatives. Future battles are fought on smaller and smaller nodes of the tree, in this case, the tree of life. Synapsids eventually lost. Diapsids eventually lost. Synapsids eventually won. That is the tragic situation we find ourselves in. That is why everything is so ugly. That is why the megafauna of the earth are so hideous, warped, and corrupted over the earlier angelic forms. And it's unfixable, right? We could, what if we just wait 10 million years for heterosexuality to be reinstated? Okay, let's just give it 10 million years, all right? Let's give it a little longer. 50 million years, 100 million years. I'm sure it'll work itself out by then, right? With a mass extinction or two. But it won't. It'll never get fixed, because that's not what mass extinctions do, right? A mass extinction is not going to take you backwards to fight an earlier battle again. The synapsids are done. That's it. We're basically just fucking stuck with mammals, and it'll be mammals again in the foreseeable future. It'll just be like the surviving type of mammals. You're just going to get different mammals. You're probably just going to get like the most derived mammals. So it's still going to be like mammals, but like, oh boy, different sorts of mammals, right? You never go back up the tree, right? You do not create new phylums, right? The Cambrian explosion happened. Oh, did we get new phylums after that? No, because that's not how cladistics work, unfortunately, right? You had the battle of the Eurypterids and the fish, okay? After the fish won, did we have the Eurypterids coming back to fight again? Don't make me fucking laugh, right? And then we had synapsids versus diapsids. That one had a little bit of back and forth, but we are never going back to diapsids. Never, right? That battle is over. We can find an earlier example with lobe-finned fish and, I don't know, placoderms or cartilaginous fish, and the ones that ultimately won out on which came on land, right? That battle does not recur. We do not go back. We just take little derivatives, little stupid derivatives, right? And this is happening. You could argue this is happening now, right? Because the thylacine is dead, so you could argue placental mammals are just completely fucking marsupials and in the process of getting them out of here. So a mass extinction won't even fix it. A mass extinction will not fix the aesthetic corruption. Everything will be mammalian and gay for the remainder of this stupid Earth's history. Okay? And this is sad, and this is very similar to the actual situation that I am so upset about. I am so fucking... This is literally the KPG extinction event, right? Only on a smaller and more personal scale. But, you know, you are attacking the most amazing, the most epic living configurations and just replacing it with total sewage. Because the world is a very ugly place, let me be very frank. The world is a hideous, corpulent place. All the things I see, the things on Earth, are disgusting. Okay? They are so disgusting. They're horrible. They're horrible. They're fat. They're bloated. They're corpulent. They're unstreamlined. They're malformed. And there are beautiful things on this earth. There are pretty things. But that is a thin little line. That is a thin little ribbon that you have to pluck out with the utmost of care and precision, right? My aunt once told me when I was a little lad, Oh, why don't you play with? Oh, you like Tom and Jerry, huh? Okay, yeah, like like an intelligent person. Why don't you? Let's go to Disney World. Why don't you take these? Why are you not appreciating these Disney plushies? Okay, they're the same thing ultimately, right? Are they not pretty much the same thing? Like, stop trying to force feed me these disgusting, ugly, corpulent things. There is nothing you can show me. I am not a consumer of primary level substrate, okay? I only consume tertiary or quaternary level substrates. Cease presenting me with these hideous options, okay? You fucking dumbasses, all of you, running this fucking shit heap of a fucking society. Okay, oh, it's basically the same thing. Why should we consider that? Oh, you want the special thing, you want the rare thing? Oh, no, we're not going to make that available anymore, right? Because nobody should have that. Everybody should be on the same level everybody should be sickly and anemic and weak all the time. Right? Because we don't understand. Because we're stupid. And we think other people should be stupid like us, too. You know, I've just had two basic... I'm not a complicated guy, okay? I am not a needy person. I am not like, oh, I need lots of... I've really only wanted two things in this world, and that is to destroy life and to create life, right? Very basic guy. The first one is not possible, evidently, okay? Like, oh, no, that's actually bad. That's actually not allowed. That's not normal, even though it's completely normal. But okay, fine, okay? All right, I guess I shall have to dedicate my life to the creation of forms, to the propagation of elegant configurations. That's not bad. I would love to do that, right? I'd love nothing more than to give birth, right? I wish to create life. I wish to play with life. I wish to manifest it and have it all existing around me and doing lifelike things, okay? That's awesome. Unfortunately, genetic architecture is a mess, right? Oh, let's move this little thing. Uh-oh, we just broke everything else. Can we disentangle that maybe? Oh, that's going to take a very long time. That's very complicated. And you may never get anywhere where you can be truly discreet with it, right? Robotics also is not at the stage where you have that level of homeostasis, self-regulation to create something that can grow and reproduce in a very modular way. So existence is basically fucked, right? So actually it turns out we're not going to allow you. We're not going to allow you. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? We're not going to allow you to present those we're not going to allow you to do that. We are not it's banned. It's prohibited. I was afraid of this for a very long time. I had a bad fucking feeling. Right, but I didn't look into it enough, right? I knew a collapse was coming. I knew biodiversity was tanking, and I noticed less and less intrigue, right? It started in stores, and I could not find cordon bleus anymore, right? The exotic spikes that you saw before were no longer there. Orange-breasted waxbills? I don't think so. But the worst of it came with the soft bills, right? Which have slowly become basically extinct in the United States. And maybe you can still get a shama here or there. But the song thrushes? You want a real thrush? Oh, tough shit, little buddy. Tough fucking shit. They're gone forever. Extinct in the United States. And you know why they're extinct? Is it because the early 2000s had their own aesthetic? Is it because you still had people from the silent generation alive and doing things at that time with their own unique autistic mechanical hobbies, aerodrome aeroplanes, the breeding of rare species? Evidently, no. I had hoped that was just the case and that this had been an arbitrary lull, but it's regulation, even though those people are all dead and retired, and Zoomers, are broke as hell and don't have any money for the undertaking of projects like that. It's regulation. They have banned the importation. So it's like literally two idiots in the entire continental U.S. that maybe still have some of this shit. Heaven forbid you want an actual thrush. Heaven forbid you want a cibia. Heaven forbid a nightingale. I've only seen those a few times, even during the heyday of the whole damn thing, of the whole charade. They need spongy perches, right, for their feet because they're very sensitive. Heaven forbid, right? You want anything esoteric, right? No, 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 no. You know why scientists are such worthless fucking idiots? Do you want to know why they're such garbage? Okay, it's because they walk around. First of all, they're very weak as people. Like physically, they're very weak. They don't train martial arts, and their cardio is shit. They're not capable of damaging. Right? They're not performing rock throwing exercises like someone more spiritually enlightened might do. Scientists are basically a bunch of little shits because if you talk to them and you start thinking horizontally, if you heaven forbid you start thinking creatively about any of the concepts they study, oh my god, it's like you're talking to a little stuttering refrigerator. I mean, they're short-circuiting. They're just completely short-circuiting, and they can't do it, but they get mad. They get so mad because they feel like they should be smart and they should understand things. They did all this work, and what do you mean I don't get to act like a little snob and gatekeeper? Biologists, too, and it's because biologists are poor as fuck little idiots. Okay? Because they're not making any money, so, I'm the only one, therefore, who gets to pet the walrus, right? That is my birthright. If someone else can do that without going through the credentials and taking an oath of poverty, then I'm not special, right? And I might be forced to confront the fact that I lack the will to power, that I lack a spiritual initiative, that I lack any sort of initiative or drive, right? It's the institution, it's the credentials, You're such an idiot, right? And now the zoos only sell to each other. The zoos only sell to each other, right? Because they're a bunch of little hosers. They're a bunch of little cliques. They're gate. It's pure fucking gatekeeping. And it's for the animals, right? You don't know what you're doing. It's so hard. Okay, did you know that tanagers are suffering from increased iron sensitivity? You gotta really watch their iron levels. Wow, this is so hard. I saw it once in a PowerPoint in undergrad, okay? I saw it once in a PowerPoint. Wow, so much knowledge. Wow, so much, wow. Look at me, I have a job. Wow. It's a completely diseased form of existence. It's a completely diseased form of humanity, and that's where the true battle is. That is where the true battle must be fought. And I want your love, and I want your revenge. But basically, shit is completely fucked. And it's my parents' fault a little bit, too, because I was aware. I was a lucid child with dreams and aspirations, but my parents were not designed to raise an intelligent offspring. They probably would have been better if I had come out with Down syndrome or something, right? Because, look at these cheap little Hallmark emotional moments. Look at these cheap little... life is a Hallmark movie. Life is a Hallmark movie. I'm going to read into you insecurities and emotions that you don't have because that makes me feel fulfilled as a parent. And you want to create your own thing. You have your own idea that wasn't given to you by someone else or isn't through a school or institution. I'm not going to pay attention to that. I'm not going to read that. I'm going to pick the fish up out of water. Why is it not breathing? I know. Let's do soccer. Let's do sports. Let's buy a Disney plushie, okay? And I feel as though 10 years ago, a lot of my life was wasted, just sitting around waiting for things to happen. Do you think when I was 10 years old, I wanted to be here in my 20s thinking about the same exact things and aspirations I was thinking of then? No, I thought I would have moved on. But I have been restricted. My entire future has been limited. I need 10 years of my fucking life back. And I don't have forever. I do not have a lot of time, which is what makes it all the worse. It's such nonsense. It's such fucking nonsense. Oh my god. And you guys gotta save it. You guys, okay, most of you guys are okay, except for one guy. There's one guy who comments on my videos who I really fucking hate, but most of you guys are okay. But I don't want to hear it, right? I don't want to come here and hear, boo-hoo, actually, I was raised by idiot Christian parents, and I was beaten and starved every day as a child, so who are you to talk about this stuff, right? It's not so bad. It's actually worse, right? My circumstances are worse because I had genius potential, whereas you always would have been nothing. Okay, so don't talk to me about, oh wow, by the way, I'm trans now because I was beaten by my Christian parents. Wow, like I'm better than you because I've suffered more. No, you're just worse. You're worse. There's nothing there, right? But I have lost the mandate of heaven. This is complete nonsense. Also, what I learned recently is if you build an aviary, you can make it quite interesting. You can make it quite nice. Self cleaning in a way, so you don't have to clean the waste off the bottom. If you add kind of like a reptile terrarium, if you add clay balls to the bottom and pine mulch and things to give a lot of turnover, things so that the waste processes naturally. But the regulations prohibit imports. The regulations prohibit imports. So the population is becoming extinct in the wild. It's like a fucking asteroid hit. And when the market was in the heyday, I was ready to go. I'm all for it. Yeah, give them to me. Send them here. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Let's hit it. But it was not to be, and now my life is basically permanently cucked forever. My aspirations, my dreams. And I will put it right.